You ever win an argument, but somehow you still lose? You prove your point, you get validation, but your bank account doesn't grow. You see, too many freelancers and business owners are busy being right while their competition is busy getting rich. And the worst part is that you might not even realize that you're doing it. You think about it like this. How many times have you pushed back on a client because you knew they were wrong? Or maybe you've debated with a mentor, convinced that your way was better. Maybe it feels good in the moment, but where does it actually get you? More work, more stress, and usually less money. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly why winning arguments is costing you real profit, why letting clients lead is keeping you overworked, and the mindset shift that can change everything. Because you can be right, or you can be rich. So let's dig into it. Point number one is this: why being right feels good, but costs you money. Winning an argument can feel great. You get that little rush, some proof that you knew better and you were right all along. But here's the problem: your ego doesn't pay the bills. You know, our brains are wired to crave being right. Our ego wants to be right. It feels like control, like power. But in business, the need to be right often comes at the cost of actual success. High earning entrepreneurs don't waste time proving points. They focus on what moves the needle. When you argue with a client, a coach, or even your audience, what are you really trying to win? Their approval, their respect? Because none of that actually translates into more money in your pocket. Instead, it keeps you distracted and trapped in an emotional battle. You're not focusing on strategies that actually scale your business. Number two is why arguing with clients and letting them lead both keep you stuck. You see, most freelancers and business owners fall into one of two traps. Either they argue with clients trying to prove they're right, or they agree with everything to keep them happy. But both of those approaches lead to more work, more stress, and less money. When you argue, you lose control. You ever had a client suggest something you knew wouldn't work and you felt the urge to push back? Maybe you even got into a debate trying to make them see reason. But here's the problem. When you argue, you put them on the defensive. Even if you're right, they now actually feel like they need to stand their ground. So instead of fighting for control, ask better questions that lead them toward the right decision. People don't like being told they're wrong, but they do love discovering better solutions. And asking questions is a great way to make that happen. When you people please, you lose authority. See, on the flip side, too many business owners avoid conflict altogether. They think, if I just do what the client asks, they'll be happy and they'll keep paying me. But what actually happens is the client starts seeing you as a task doer instead of an expert. They demand more revisions, expect quicker turnarounds, and still question your value. And the result is burnout, frustration, and lower profits. You see, there's a power of strategic leadership here. The highest paid entrepreneurs don't argue or blindly agree. They lead. That means positioning yourself as the expert from the start, guiding the client with confidence and making them feel like they're making the right decision while you stay in control. The moment you shift from proving your point to steering the conversation with authority, everything changes. Clients respect you more, they trust your expertise, and they actually pay you higher rates. So the next time a client suggests something off track, don't argue, don't blindly agree either. Guide them, ask them questions. And that's how you win in business. Point three is the mindset shift that you need that will actually make you more money. So if you want to double your income while working less, you have to let go of the need to be right. Instead, start focusing on what actually works. The highest paid entrepreneurs think differently about disagreements. They think differently about control or success. And here's how you can make that same shift. You need to trade your need to be right for your need to be rich. Ask yourself this: do you want to win arguments or do you want to win in business? Because the people making real money don't waste time proving they're right. They test, they adjust, and they focus on what gets the results. Ego won't get you paid, but strategy will. So let's talk about how high value entrepreneurs think differently about disagreements. You see, high earners don't argue with clients, they lead them. They don't fight their coach's advice, they implement it. And they don't get stuck defending old beliefs, they adapt. And the moment you shift from I have to be right to I have to get results, everything changes. So let's talk about some simple strategies to reframe conversations and stay in control. Instead of proving your point, ask better questions. And one great question is, what's the real goal here? Instead of resisting advice, test it. And if the advice doesn't work, adjust. Instead of defending your expertise, demonstrate it. Deliver results and people will follow. At the end of the day, success isn't about being right. It's about being effective. And the faster you make this shift, the faster your business will grow. So here's the bottom line. You can be right or you can be rich, but you can rarely be both at the same time. And if you're constantly proving yourself to clients, then you're losing money. And if you're arguing with mentors instead of learning, you're staying stuck. And if you're letting your followers dictate your direction, you're working way harder than you need to. The highest paid entrepreneurs don't waste time being right. They focus on what actually works. And that's exactly what I want for you. So here's your next step. Grab my book, Work Smarter, Think Harder, The Entrepreneur's Guide to Doubling Your Revenue Working Half the Time. Because if you ever felt stuck, this book gives you the exact mindset and strategies, as well as practical tactics to change that by just thinking a little harder. And you'll be able to learn something that actually makes you more money while reducing how hard you have to work. So click the link, grab the book, and start making smarter moves today. And I'll see you in the next video.